What's up, everybody? So we're back out in the shop with another Shop Talk Tuesday, and in today's episode we're going to talk about, taking the time and taking a step back and kind of redirecting yourself so that you can focus on something that you're good at, so that all of the stuff that you're trying to progress with doesn't get you down. Now, y'all know that I've been working on forge welding, and I've been trying to figure out the ways that I need to go about doing it to make it successful, and I've learned an absolute ton in the process. For one, my hammer skills have exponentially grown in this process. I mean, absolutely insane. But I mean, I've spent like 60 hours plus just on hammering. That's just the hammering process. Just anvil, hammer, swing, hit. At least 60 hours in the past month. That's a lot. On top of all the other stuff that I have to do. So I've got a lot more technique down when it comes to how I hammer steel, which is awesome. I've learned a ton within that. And I've done a lot of research on how to forge weld, what to do in the process, what changes depending on, your forge and what you're going to be using and the type of propane and air and all of that stuff. And I've been able to start narrowing down what I need to do. And one of the things that I'm working on, it's actually down here, I am building another forge that is primarily just going to be for forge welding. And we'll have that. It's going to be able to get a lot hotter because that is one of my issues. My other forge is awesome. It just cannot get the temperature that I need it to get. It'll get plenty hot to be able to forge things, but the forge welding temps that I'm evidently needing, it's not getting there. So we've got another forge that we're building that is going to help us get to that point. So one of the things that I've needed to do in this process is kind of take a step back. And I was talking to my wife about this, and she was the one that kind of suggested, hey, maybe you just need to make something else. Maybe you just need to put that on hold for a second and make something else so that you can kind of redirect yourself and refocus and make sure you know that, man, you got this. You can do this. And it helped. I've been able to make a couple of different knives, and I've been able to start a few that I'm going to be working on because I took a step back and thought, I've got plenty of time to learn how to do this process. There's no rush. There's no, I've got to get this done by this time or nothing's going to work. But I was feeling that way. I was feeling like if I didn't learn this, that there was something wrong. I didn't get it. Because typically, and this is kind of a me thing, I'm lucky in the fact that I learn things very fast, and I typically am successful at things that I try. That's not me boasting. That's something that I'm proud of. Typically, whenever I try something, within the first 1, 2, maybe 3 times, I've got it down, and I can do that successfully. And I'll tell you, forge welding has been whooping my ass. So I'm not used to it. It's definitely something to it. I've had to sit there, and you know how you have like the memes and all that stuff where someone's just like looking off into the distance and there's like all of the calculation stuff happening in the background. That's me whenever I think about forge welding right now. So I took myself and I said, you know what, yeah, we're going to listen to the wife, and we're going to take a step back, and we're going to refocus ourselves, actually try a few things that you can do, and get some successful stuff out there. And one of those was the Kiradashi. I've been wanting to make one of those for a while, and it just turned out beautiful. and I'm gonna love using that during my leather working stuff and everything that I would use a kiridashi for. So I'm happy that I was able to complete that knife. And then I've got a couple that I'm working on. One of them is going to be the video that's going to be released Friday and Sunday. So we're going to have a two-part series, if you want to call it that, to where we're going to do the first part on Friday, the second part on Sunday, and I'm excited for y'all to see that stuff. This is going to be a real nice knife right here. I think y'all are really going to like this. And then the scale material that we're going to be using is a pretty unique scale material. It's actually a man-made material, and I'll give y'all some more info on all this whenever you actually see the video. But this is going to be a beautiful EDC hunter knife. So excited about that one. So that way y'all have an idea of something that's coming up. And well, I know we're not in that part yet, but redirecting yourself and going, I know how to do this. This is 5160 steel that I forged flat, that I textured. You know, this is stuff that I can do and confidently get a successful knife out of it. So I mean, stuff like this, you know you've got that. Now there is one thing that helps me with kind of focusing, and it is, again, taking a step back, getting my drawing pad that I have back here and just sketching out designs and, you know, thinking about other things that aren't just forge welding. And that is hard for me because my brain just goes straight to, you've got to solve this problem. You've got to solve it. You've got to solve it. What if you do this? What if you tweak that? What if you do this? But whenever I am forging, or whenever I am just working on these knives, I'm at the belt grinder, the porta band saw, or any of those things, man, I'm not thinking about that stuff. I'm just in the moment, doing bevels, grinding, cutting steel, you know, hammering steel, and it helps me not think about those things because I put myself into something else, and I get to just go, you know, take the stress away, do this, you know, get some awesome knife completions out of it, and get some good work done. I've been able to work on a few projects that I've wanted to work on for a while, which was, one, the kiridashi, two, this knife right here, which is actually going to a coworker of mine. It's a gift for one of their family members. So we're gonna have that. Plus, I've had this that I've wanted to do for a while. Gotta be careful because it is actually very sharp right now. See, you can see how thin that edge is. You can't even see it. So I had got this from someone. This is a Chinese chef's knife, or a Chinese cleaver, whatever you want to call it. If you want to look up this right here. This is actually a really cool setup. The tang was snapped off of it, but I am going to be making a really cool kind of chopper style knife with this. I'm going to be keeping the actual writing that's on it. That edge is super fine. This is going to be an awesome knife in the kitchen. This is actually high carbon steel. It's not a, you know, it's not like stainless or anything like that, but what I'm going to end up doing is I am going to cut off some of the section right here, and I'm going to snap test this. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to snap test one side. I'm going to reheat treat and snap test the other side because I want to see, you know, what the grain structure looks like and everything. So we are going to be doing that in the video that we do with this knife. Again, I have to be careful with this because it is very sharp right now, but that's one of the things that we're going to be working on. I'm excited about this. This is one of the projects that I wanted to do for a while, so we're going to knock that out. And it's just, again, being able to do these things while I'm focused on some of the other stuff. Now, I am still going to be doing a Go My Billet. I think I've got my process down, and I've got all of my steel together. So if you look at this, one of the things that I'm changing up, this is actually almost a perfect square right there. So that is one of the things that I'm going to be doing. This is going to be pretty cool because I'm actually doing this reverse of what most people do. it's the center core is 15N20. It's a thicker 15N20, but 15N20 center core, then 1080 as the center, as the layers in between that, and then 15N20 on the outside. So the band that goes through it is actually going to be the part that takes the etch, and then that's going to be the shinier silver on either side of that. I think it's going to look pretty cool, and I haven't seen one of these done on any of the YouTube videos, so that's what I'm going to do. Almost everybody uses the 1080, 1095, whatever you want to have you as the center core. I'm reversing that and using 15N20. And if you don't know much about 15N20, it is actually an amazing steel, and a lot of people make chef's knives out of it. Now, in between doing that, I am going to be making another knife, which is just a sand mine. That is 1080 on the outside and 15N20 on the inside. Again, I think that's going to be a pretty cool, design that it makes on the knife whenever we do this. This is going to be just a cool little EDC that we're going to be working on. I've been able to be successful with sand mine billets. I haven't had any issues with those. It's just getting 5 layers of stick, and it's actually getting this layer, like this, both of these to stick to that center layer. And that's one of the things that the new forge is going to help with being able to get this hotter and get the whole piece of steel forge welding temp as opposed to just the outside. So we've got that, a ton of stuff that I've been able to focus on with the projects that are taking my mind off of forge welding a little bit, plus some of the stuff that I will have coming up that will give me a nice little boost. So we're going to do the sand mine knife here soon as well. Give myself a little boost of confidence with the forge welding again. And then we're going to go back into the Gomai. I'll also be releasing a video on the new forge setup, so you know what I did, what I changed, all of those things, and kind of my thought process on that, just in case y'all have questions on, future forge builds or anything like that. That's a lot of stuff, The interesting thing is with these Shop Talk Tuesdays is none of it is scripted. This is me literally talking to y'all and just more or less shooting from the cuff. I go into this and I used to try and script them a little bit and have little bullet points and things that I would hit, but I didn't feel like those were as natural. I didn't feel like that was something that was a legit Shop Talk Tuesday where I'm having a conversation with y'all, because this is the stuff and the way that I would have a conversation with any of y'all if we were just in the shop talking. And that's kind of the thing that I love about these videos, is it's not some crazy thing where we're trying to accomplish some goal or achieve something. We're talking, and hopefully y'all like that. If y'all like this format, let me know. I know a lot of people do their videos a little bit different than I do, and this is just a thing for me to be able to talk with y'all, and hopefully y'all dig that. If y'all do, again, let me know in the comment section. Yeah. Now, let's talk about a viewer's knife. Now, these pictures for the couple of knives that I'm going to show you in the viewer's knife section on here, they were pulled off of the TRE Workshop Facebook page. I know that some people kind of anti-Facebook. I get it. Trust me. I get it. But this group is an awesome group. It's not just a group where everybody is just worshiping the, Eric Rivers God or something like that. Almost everything that's on there is actually fellow knife makers posting things. It's more like a forum than anything. I post on it pretty often, but we have a lot of people who post on there their projects and things that they're knocking out. And these knives are pretty freaking awesome. And it's, I'd say, amazing. I love doing them. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to do a cutaway, and we're going to talk about them right now. So we have a couple of knives here by Jeffrey Moore. Now this first one is a Damascus Nakiri styled knife with just beautiful handle scales. I really like the mosaic pin, and he carries that mosaic pin through to the next knife, which again, awesome shape. If you can't see it that much, he actually put paint on the blade itself and then acid etched it, and that leaves that kind of design that you see on there. I've thought about doing this on a couple of knives. I probably will here in the close future, but absolutely beautiful shapes, just wonderful knives, and I think those are going to make amazing Christmas gifts. Now Jeffrey, I think you did an amazing job on those. I mean, just wow, man. I hope that whenever I finally get into the whole Damascus thing, that I'm able to even come close to that. But man, you did an amazing job. Guys, go down in the comment section. Tell him what y'all thought about his knives. I know he'd love to hear it. Now, if you have not sent me any pictures of your knives, make sure you go ahead and do that. I don't care if it's your first, 5th, or 50th. I would love to see it. Send me an email. Email's down in the description below. Click on that. Send me some pictures. Alright? Now, guys, nice and simple. There's not much else to really talk about, is there? I do know that I am working on the giveaway knife. So, I'm not going to show y'all what it looks like or anything about it, but it's probably going to take me a little bit to finish it up. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be doing the next giveaway. Kind of do, but we'll see how it goes. Now, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a great knife, and it's going to be just a cool package, knife, sheath, and all that. So hopefully y'all are excited about that. And as we get closer to it, I'll start giving y'all a little more hints. I might show it to y'all in the background without y'all actually knowing what it is, but we'll see how it goes. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. If y'all would, give this video a thumbs up, share this video or one of my other videos, and if you have not, you should subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified of all the cool stuff that we have that's coming up. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for spending your time with me. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll catch y'all next time.